सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः Humble prostrations to one and all present here. The 10th chapter begins with Bhagavan saying that Arjuna, I will repeat some of the teachings again because it is extremely beneficial for you. And since you are showing so much of interest in this knowledge, therefore, I will repeat certain things which are very, very important. And what is that knowledge? Bhagavan says, about me, nobody knows. The great saints and sages, they don't know about me. Even the devatas, they don't know about me. Because all of them have come from me. I am the origin of all these Rishimunis, devatas. So therefore, if you have to know about me, only I have to tell you. And what is that you must know about me? Yo mam ajam anadim cha veti lokamaheshwaram. That person who knows me as the Lord of the universe, as the self of the universe, as somebody who is unborn, birthless, beginningless, and therefore endless also. In this way, who knows about me, such a person becomes free from all delusion. Asammudha samartyeshu. Among the mortals, he alone becomes free from delusion. And then what happens to him when he knows about me as his own self? Sarva papaih pramuchyate. He becomes free from all papam, all sins. How does he become free from all sins? The moment we come to know that this Lord is the Lord of the whole universe, the Lord of the inner world, the Lord of the outer world, the Lord of all laws, because of whom the whole cosmos is functioning, what happens is we drop our ego, we drop our ahankara, we drop our sense of doership. There is total surrender. And thus, when we dissolve our ego at His lotus feet, this is how we become free from all papas. Otherwise, what happens? There is a tendency in us saying that I am a self made person. All my efforts belong to me, abilities and talents belong to me. Thus, there is a sense of doership, there is a sense of enjoyership. And whenever I perform action with this feeling that I am the doer, then what happens? That karma leads to karma phala, and the doer alone has to go through the results of those actions. Whether it is papa karma, whether it is punya karma, it will bind us. It will ensure rebirth. We get stuck up in the birth-death cycle, and thus we suffer birth, death, old age, disease, all those things. But the moment we come to know that there is a Lord who is taking care of everything, we are able to surrender our ego, surrender the sense of doership, and thus we become free from karma phala. Karma will continue, but karma phala won't come to us because there is no sense of doership. In this way, we become free from all future sufferings. Asammudhas samartyeshu sarva papaih pramuchyate. So therefore, the point is we must know that there is a Lord who is a Lord of the entire universe. Loka Maheshwar. So then Bhagavan says how he is the Lord of the universe. He is the Lord of the inner world of feelings, and he is the Lord of the outer world of happenings. All the inner feelings come from him. So a few samples are given. Various feelings, emotions that we go through. Bhagavan says that all of that comes from me. Then he says how he is the Lord of the outer world. He says all the Sapta Rishis, the 7 sages, they have come from me. The Sanakadi Rishis have come from me. All the Manus, they have come from me. Thus I am the Lord of the outer world. And this way, the one who knows that I am the Lord of all, tattvataha, in essence, in reality, such a person becomes established in unwavering yoga. So inside we find one, outside we find plurality. Inside we find that one consciousness ruling everything. Outside we find multiplicity, plurality. But tattvataha yahaveti. In reality, one who knows. In reality, what is the thing? In reality, there are no many entities, there is only one entity. This is called as Tattvajnanam, Tattvataha Veti. There is only one Bhagavan. The outer world is his glory. The outer world is the glory of this inner self. The whole world is projected upon the self through the mind. So actually self alone exists. Just like the entire dream world is existing in the waker. Waker alone exists. The dream world is a projection of the dreaming mind upon the waker. Finally, when we wake up, we come to know that only we are there. So with regard to the dream world, this is Tattvajnana. Waker alone exists. This is the Tattvajnanam with regard to the dream world. In the same way, with regard to this waking world, the Tattvajnanam is consciousness alone is real. So then what happens? Saha avikampena yogena yujyate. Once we come to know that this one thing is a reality, then what happens is avikampa yoga. There is no wavering. There are so many illusory things, beings and situations, but the reality is only one. So naturally we will turn our attention to that reality. We will pay attention to that reality. Give importance to that reality. So this is called as Avikampa Yoga. Holding on to the reality and playing our role in the world of illusion. Then such a person is called a yogi. We have to live in this world, the world of multiplicity, the world of plurality. But how to live? Hold on to the real in us and then play the role in the world of illusion. This is the way. That is, as it is beautifully said by your Puja Guruji, Andar Rama, Bahar Drama. Hold on to the Rama inside you and play the drama outside. So this is the way we have to live. So how do the wise people live? Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. With this understanding, gained from the scriptures, gained from the Mahatmas, gained from the Gurus, iti matva. What is the knowledge? Bhagavan alone is the support, the substratum, the reality, the essence, and that Bhagavan is a consciousness. So knowing this, iti matva, what do the wise people do? They do bhajanam. So in the last class we had seen what is bhajanam. Buddhaha bhava samanvitaha, full of devotion, full of love, full of respect, reverence. They do bhajanam of the Lord. So what is bhajanam? Macchittaha, madgata pranaha, bodhayantaha parasparam, kathayantaha, tushyantaha, ramantaha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 terms are used here. Macchittaha, fixing their mind in me. Madgata pranaha, life revolving around me. This is when they sit for meditation. But when they are with people, they are not diverged from the reality. What do? Bodhayantaha, parasparam. They discuss about this reality. So the mind is in the Lord alone. Bodhayantaha parasparam. So they do satsang, they do discussion, all related to God only. Bodhayantaha parasparam, kathayantascha mam. They speak about me. This is how they spend their time. So when they are alone, they meditate upon the reality. When they are with people, of course, they choose satsang. Wherever satsang possibility is there they discuss about me, speak about me, Bhagavan says. And thus they find great joy in me, ramanti. They are fully content in me, tushyanti. How do they find joy? They find joy because they are discussing about God, who is Ananda Swarupa. When you meditate upon God, all your personalities are satisfied. Physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual. That is why the term tushyanti is used. Content. Total contentment. Total contentment is gained when the mind shifts towards the Supreme Self, shifts towards God. So such devotees, what does Bhagavan do? He gives the highest knowledge. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Such devotees who constantly worship me with all love, Priti Purvakam, Bhagavan says, I give them the highest knowledge. So this we were discussing in the last class. What is that highest knowledge? The highest knowledge is Bhagavan is not different from me. He is my own true self. This is Buddhi Yoga. So this devotee starts with Dasoham meditation. Bhagavan, I am your servant. You are the Lord. You are the master. You are my father. You are my mother. So there is a particular relationship. So this devotee is developing that relationship with dasoham attitude. But what is the final experience? The final experience is soham. Dasoham means I am a servant. Soham means I am that. Saha aham. That God is me. That God is me. Total oneness. That is Buddhi Yoga here. Buddhi Yoga can be called as Jnana Yoga also. Right understanding comes. So there is something which we have to do. There is something which God has to do. When we do what we are supposed to do, God does what He is supposed to do. So this is the whole point. So in Ramayana, there is a beautiful portion. Many times I have discussed this. Hanumanji, after finishing all the task which was given to him, he crosses over the ocean, finds out Sita Mata, passes on the message, burns the Lanka and comes back. So that's the time when he goes to meet Bhagavan. Bhagavan is looking at Hanumanji with all love, with lot of gratitude for whatever Hanumanji has done. So there Bhagavan says, Hanuman, I don't even know how to express my gratitude towards you. I am totally indebted to you. I don't think that in this life I'll ever be free from this debt which you have created in me. I will be eternally indebted to you. So with this way, Bhagavan was looking at Hanumanji with tears of gratitude in his eyes. So at that time, Hanumanji falls at the feet of the Lord, saying, Bhagavan, save me. Because whatever I did was because of your grace, your blessings, your strength. Left to myself, I can do nothing. It is all because of you. So, with all humility, Hanumanji falls at the feet of the Lord. And what does Bhagavan do? Bhagavan is trying to lift Hanumanji, but he is not ready. He says, Bhagavan, save me from my own ego. Because you are praising me, there is all possibility that I might take credit for all the success that has happened. I might, because I can't trust my ego. And Hanumanji is at the feet of the Lord. Bhagavan then blesses him, places his lotus feet upon his head, blesses him, then lifts him, and then hugs Hanumanji, and then makes him sit next to him. So this is a symbolic message. There is a story. Hanumanji falls at the feet of the Lord raises him, hugs him, makes him sit next to him, fine. But what is the spiritual message here? The spiritual message is this. Hanumanji fell at the feet of the Lord. That is dasoham attitude. Aham shunyosmi attitude. What did Bhagavan do? Bhagavan lifts him and hugs him. That hugging is soham experience. So we approach God with dasoham attitude, and Bhagavan gives us the soham experience. We approach with aham shunyosmi attitude. I am a zero Bhagavan, and Bhagavan gives us the experience of aham brahma asmi. Bhagavan gives himself to us, makes us experience our oneness with him. That is sheer God's grace. In the last class we had seen, just like the sleep coming and enveloping us. We cannot command to sleep. We can only prepare for sleep. And preparation for sleep is exactly opposite of sleep. What is preparation for sleep? Working hard sleeplessly. That is a preparation. You see, both are just the opposite. Working hard is just the opposite of sleep. In the same way, Aham Shunyosmi is just the opposite of Aham Brahmasmi. Dasoham is just the opposite of Soham. Working hard is just the opposite of going to sleep. In working hard, physically you exhaust yourself, whereas in sleep, you give total rest to yourself. Each one is opposite. So when we put forth all of our effort in self-effacement, the individual self goes away and the supreme self shines in its place. The ego goes away and the experience of divine happens in the same place. Remember, the place is the same. The place is the heart. My ahankara is also felt in the heart. The ego is also felt in the heart, and the presence of the divine, that is also experienced in the heart. Heart means the center, the core of our being is called heart. Where I experience I, that is called as heart. I am. There's a place we experience it, that is called as heart. So in that very same heart, instead of experiencing the limited self, we experience the infinite self. Instead of experiencing the finite self, the finite ego, we experience the infinite supreme self. Experience is the same. So the whole experience is happening in the heart. So that experience is called Buddhi Yoga. Continuing, let us chant verse number 11. Teshamevanukampartham ahamatnyanajam tamaha nashayamyatmabhavasthaha jnanadipena bhasvata. Tesham eva anukampartham. Out of my compassion for them, sympathy for them, love for them, out of my love and affection for them, anukampartham, what do? Nashayami, aham nashayami, I destroy. Bhagavan, what do you destroy? Tamaha nashayami, I destroy the ignorance, the darkness of ignorance. Where is this ignorance born of? Ajnanajam. Tamaha means darkness. Ajnanajam means born out of ajnanam, ignorance. The darkness born out of ignorance. Ajnanajam tamaha nashayami. At present, what we experience is darkness. What is the darkness? I am a limited being. I am a helpless being. I am a miserable being, full of desires. I am a dasa now, a slave of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. This is called as darkness, imperfection, misery, sorrow, tension, worry, stress. These are all darkness. And it is born out of ajnanam, not knowing who I am. At present, I don't know who I am. I think I am this little body. And thus, there is a lot of suffering born out of this ignorance. What does Bhagavan say here? Nashyami, I completely destroy it. I destroy the darkness born out of ignorance. Bhagavan, how do you destroy? Jnana Deepena Bhasvata, by lighting the lamp of knowledge. Jnana Deepena. So there is darkness in the heart. That darkness, Bhagavan say, I light the lamp of knowledge. That brilliant Bhasvata, full of light. I light the lamp of knowledge and destroy that darkness in the heart. Atma bhavastaha, I am there in the heart only. So what that Jivatma is going through in the heart, I know it because I am right there in the heart. Atma bhavastaha. I light the lamp of knowledge and make my presence felt for that Jivatma. It is as though in the heart Bhagavan is sitting there, but because there is darkness, that Jivatma is not able to see that Lord. Then what does Bhagavan do? He lights the lamp and shows himself to that Jivatma. So with the light, everything becomes clear And what does that Jivatma find? He finds that, oh, Bhagavan is there in my heart. Earlier he did not see because there was darkness. Now he is able to see because there is light. Who lighted that lamp? Bhagavan said, I will light that lamp. But for whom? Tesham satata yuktana. Those people who are worshipping me. I light the lamp of knowledge and introduce my true nature to them. So that person may be worshipping some form. That person may be worshipping maybe imperfectly. He doesn't have the right understanding. Maybe he is worshipping some Rama, some Krishna, some form, not having very clear idea, but with all humility, with all surrender, with all devotion, with all love he is worshipping. Bhagavan says, I will give him the right knowledge about who I am. You see, he may be worshipping some form, but I will let him know that I am not something which is limited to form. I am that formless God. In so many devotees we find this story, especially Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was worshipping Kali Mata. He was so attached to his Kali Mata. He would feed Kali Mata. His puja used to extend for hours together because he used to talk to Kali Mata. Others started making fun of him. What are you doing? This piece of stone. You are hallucinating. There is no such God. It is just piece of stone. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa would get disturbed. So one day he was so disturbed, he went to Kali Mata and said, Amma, everybody is saying that you don't exist. You are a mere piece of stone. I want to test whether you really exist or not. And then he took a piece of cotton, kept it near the nostril of Kali to see whether she was breathing or not. And see, Bhagavan is so compassionate. Anukampa is there. Teshameva anukampartham. So that cotton was moving as though she was breathing. And then Ramakrishna was so happy. Yes, my mother is alive. It is not some hallucination. So one day what happened? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa went to the banks of Ganga. There was one person. His name was Totapuri, a great Mahatma, rooted in the Advaitic knowledge. So when Totapuri saw Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he understood that he is a fit student. He said, come here. I will give you this highest knowledge. You seem to be a fit student of this knowledge, for this knowledge. Ramakrishna said, wait a minute, I will ask my mother and come. Without her permission, I don't do anything in life. So he went to mother and said, Amma, there is one person who is saying that I will give you knowledge. What should I do? Then the mother said, I only have sent him. Go, gain the knowledge. You see? So lighting the lamp of knowledge means what? Bhagavan will provide an environment where we gain that highest knowledge. So then what happened? He went to Totapuri. Totapuri asked him to sit and meditate on the center of the eyebrow. He asked him, what do you see? Ramakrishna said, I see my mother only, Kali Ma. No, go beyond that form. But Ramakrishna was not able to go. Thus, Totapuri takes a piece of glass and then, he struck it at the middle of the eyebrow. And said, now if you see that Kali, just chop her off with the sword. Ramakrishna just did what Totapuri said. And the moment he did that, chopping that image with the sword, it is said Ramakrishna went to Samadhi. And Totapuri was stunned. He said, that which took me 40 years to practice, this boy has done it in 3 days. The mind was so prepared because of devotion. So you see, Ramakrishna was worshipping Kali Mata, not knowing anything about God, but that Kali Mata, in that form, guided Ramakrishna Paramahamsa to that ultimate knowledge. So this is called as lighting the lamp of knowledge. When we go on praying to that Lord with all humility, with all surrender, Bhagavan creates that conducive environment for us to gain the highest knowledge. More of this we will see in the next class. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।